This fridge has seen better days. Is it painted?
What could go weird in here?
That is a Pepto-Bismol paint. What in the world happened here?
I hope you guys are ready for some flipping magic because we have a house that is in desperate need of some serious rehab. It is nasty. We've got some homemade clients coming in from LA where they live to check it out. I cannot wait to show them this thing.
We've always wanted to flip a house, but we never thought that we would actually get to flip our first house pretty much from the comfort of our house in California while the house is in Austin.
That's where we were able to come in with our homemade team and manage the project for them. So they're super stoked to be invested here in Austin.
We got y'all. Oh man, it really makes a first impression on you, doesn't it?
Especially this Cape Cod siding?
Yeah, it's not siding actually. This is totally bizarre. This is actually just like cedar shingles that are screwed into this limestone facade.
But not even shingles, it's just pieces of wood of varying sizes and shapes.
Very out of place in Austin.
Speaking of out of place, this garage door is out of place.
Yeah, man. Normally we don't show you guys the garage right out of the gate, but you can't help it on this one. Man, it hits you.
What in the world happened here?
This house is looking extra beat up for its age. It's just been used and abused. Not a lot of maintenance has occurred over the years and a lot of DIY did you do that projects.
You know what is not green on this house? This ivy.
Good grief.
But they saved all the green for the door and the shutters.
Yeah, it's a look. They've done some DIY on the exterior, slapped these shutters on. They're just kind of flapping off to the side here. Just like on here, over the edge.
Wow.
So bizarre.
Shuttering.
They had planter boxes. They painted their house numbers. Clearly we're gonna need a new roof. This thing is really at the end of its life. It's looking beat up.
I do love this cute little mail slot though. How cute is that? Letters, except it doesn't work.
Let's talk about the numbers on this project. So this is a 3-bedroom, 2-bath house. It's 1,458 square feet, built in 1986. It was purchased by our homemade clients, Suzanne and Anthony, for $370,000.
So outside's at the end of its life.
Yeah.
Inside's on cardiac arrest. Let's go check it out. Okay, right away, what hits you is pink door. That is a Pepto-Bismol paint.
And look at this chandelier. I think we actually have used this in our flips before.
It's not bad.
It's not bad, it's just filthy. I'm not even sure what gets your chandelier that gross.
I don't know. Also right off the bat, we have this nice curved wall.
Okay, I kind of like it.
You kind of like it?
Yeah, it gives it a little bit of weird character.
That's for sure.
You're not feeling that curvature?
The dirt continues on the fireplace.
It is grimy up in here.
Yikes.
Okay, when I first saw this living room in pictures, I thought, wow, there's these big, amazing beams. But upon closer inspection, these are a DIY. Did you do these?
Very reminiscent of the shingles outside. Now, speaking of which, this shape, at first from pictures, I thought it was just a bookcase. No, this is actually windows that have been covered up to create this.
You're totally right.
And deleting natural light is not the move.
But they actually tried to tape and flow and texture drywall on top of this plywood. And obviously they did this fireplace as well. I'm not even sure what's behind this thing.
Yeah, this thing ain't safe.
Also, look at our own chalk wall.
Yeah, people have left their mark here.
It seems to be a pattern on these DIYs. You just got cords coming out of the wall to get your Wi-Fi. And the paint is like blending up at the top. So bizarre.
Bizarro. Okay, moving into the kitchen. I'm just looking at this vent hood.
Look, you just got a stainless steel hood vent that they just thought it was okay to slap wood on top of like
Fire elements?
fire elements.
I mean, they were going for a cute blue cabinet kitchen, but you know. This fridge has seen better days. Is it painted?
Yeah, they've painted. This is a black fridge. They just slapped some paint on.
Yeah, so I'm gonna come with a hot take and say you should never paint your kitchen appliances. Think differently, comment below.
They painted their fridge. They painted their dishwasher. They painted their countertops.
Crazy.
Okay.
That's all I can say.
All right, now we gotta talk about this dining room.
The reason this room is so dark is because they once again covered up the window for a bookcase.
I just never in my life have seen this, and it's twice now. They even put these lights above the bookshelf. I mean,
it's a cute bookshelf. There's just no natural light. And what creature or animal caused the damage to this lampshade?
They caught a bobcat in it and it escaped.
Comment below what happened to this lampshade.
Can we talk about the mirror situation? What on earth? I'm starting with the man in the mirror.
Once again, we got paint on almost all the ceiling. We got paint on the walls. We got paint on the floor.
They really didn't know what to do with this border at the ceiling where the dining room meets the foyer, so they just kind of
stopped.
It just kind of petered out there.
Let's move on to the bedroom.
Let's keep exploring.
You do have two nice sized bedrooms.
Man, they really loved their wicker basket lighting, didn't they?
They were feeling that. And we got the hanging pendant.
Yeah, that's a look.
We've got the cactus.
And more chalk. Oh, look. Oh my God. They were subscribers. Do like and subscribe to Awesome.
Yeah, these houses are gross and they don't tour themselves. So please like the channel. All right, let's check out this hall bath. Okay, so I don't hate. I mean, there's some more DIY going on. We got globe lights, which I'm normally a fan of.
It seems to be a recurring theme that whenever you find one DIY element, you find every surface covered in them.
Including the countertop surface covered in penny tile.
It's a choice.
It's a choice and one I've not seen made before.
Also what I'm loving, you got your shower faucet spraying upwards. That's innovation. That's like a DIY bidet in your shower.
I'm immediately seeing a few adjustments we can make layout-wise to improve this.
Few adjustments.
A few.
All right, before we see that primary suite, let's poke our head outside.
Nice sized backyard.
The cedar shake shingles continue up the chimney. Good.
And the haphazard shutters. They did not waste their Pepto-Bismol pink paint.
Yeah, the fence has seen better days. We got these trees really encroaching on the roof line. We're gonna have to trim those back in a big way.
Yikes.
This yard, though.
That's pretty good. Let's go check out the primary suite.
Yeah.
Oh. You know I love wallpaper.
Do you love a vintage circus-themed wallpaper?
I don't hate it. I do like these vaulted ceilings. I think that's workable.
Circus-themed bedroom. What could go weird in here?
Primary bathroom. It's actually got a lot of space. It's just the layout is a little bit funky.
They've painted the floor. They've painted the countertops. What are you thinking?
We're not sure what's going on. We need to get to the demo stage pronto because this place is just nasty.
This is actually our first time seeing this, but we couldn't come in here for a few days because there were so many fleas. You couldn't even walk in here. We had to bomb it twice.
Yeah, it's gross.
A massive flea infestation was not the only problem with this house. It had a whole lot going on, and it can be hard to show people your vision for what a house can actually become. And we put a lot of effort into the upfront due diligence and planning, and we use a lot of tools to help convey that to our clients.
You know, when you do something remote, it's so incredible to have all of these technology tools. The first thing we saw was like an iPhone walkthrough of everything.
Then seeing sort of the Matterport 3D of it, it was good to see just for the overall layout.
You could see the details of the blue painted dishwasher, and you could see all the crazy that was happening in the house. And next up was the 3D render of what's it going to look like.
The render really sells you on the design and all. It was kind of interesting to pick a house that you haven't really been to or seen. And as soon as we saw this one, even though it was rough,
it was a house of questionable choices, interior design wise, but you could see the potential.
Just something about it said, oh, that's the one, we got to do that one.
We're gonna grab our hazmat suits and we'll be right back.
So this is definitely a project where it's addition by subtraction.
You never know what you're gonna find. So we pulled off these shingles and we found dirt daubers galore on this rock.
Oh my goodness. Bugs inside, bugs outside.
You know I gotta comment on the tree. We trimmed this thing up. The tree looks so much more vibrant.
Also, we're able to remove the green shutters, although some of it still remains.
A little overspray there.
Oh, my favorite sign is gone.
Goodbye letters. Oh man.
Goodbye walls.
This is a big transformation. We've still got a little bit more demo to do to be able to really open up this space, but now you get a sense for what it's gonna feel like opening from your kitchen into your living room more. For this project, I'm stoked because we've got that one main wall separating the living from kitchen. So if we can just get that, it'll open up the entire space and be a huge value add without too much of a lift. Also, big changes in the dining room after demo because let there be light. Check this out.
We tore out this bookcase.
This is so much better to have big natural light in your dining room.
Totally. I do like bookcases, but
He's on Goodreads, y'all. Follow. More addition by subtraction in the backyard. We got rid of all of this debris back here, cleaned it up. It's making a massive difference and just making it look clean and open. One of the first things we had to do was trim back these trees because they were so close to the house and the roof. We couldn't actually get up there to replace the roof until we did that. Okay, I know you guys cannot smell these houses, but if Wet Dog were a house, it would be this house. I wanna show you when we removed the grates to the HVAC, look at the layers of dog hair that have just like piled up and accumulated. It is, oh my God, so foul. These things can get nasty and it's not even healthy to be in this. So this is a PSA. If you have not thought about or changed your air filters, go check them right now.
so we went ahead, pulled out that penny tile off the cabinets. Actually, we pulled out all the cabinets, fresh cabinetry, and a new design plan coming at ya. Let's get into the design plan for Suzanne and Anthony's house. This is gonna be a really fun one. I'm calling this organic modern because it has like a clean, fresh, kind of earthy feel to it. Starting in the living space, we are gonna be running these nice white oak floors throughout. On that fireplace, we are gonna run this really beautiful pattern tile. It's got sort of a hint of green throughout. Moving over to the kitchen, we are gonna also include this backsplash tile as a part of that kitchen as well. There's not a huge amount of space, so I think we can go with something that's a little bit more bold and fun. We'll be doing our white shaker cabinets in this house with our fun acrylic hardware that's got just a hint of brass. This kind of has the undertones of the tile. One thing we're doing that's a little bit different in this house is this white sink faucet. I've never used white before, so I'm intrigued and I think it's going to turn out really nice. We also have this really fun pendant in the breakfast area. Now let's move over to that dining space. We are replacing the light fixture with something that's a nod to what's there, except not destroyed by a monkey. So that is an upgrade. We're gonna do a nice accent wood feature wall in this dining room, which I think is gonna be really fun. And we're also running some cabinets for a banquette with a little wine fridge down here. When we were looking at the comps in this neighborhood, some of the listings that stood out to us had amenities like this, and we wanna make sure we're matching the rest of the neighborhood. Moving down the hall to the bedrooms, we're gonna do just, nice fresh coat of white paint, no chalk in sight. In the hall bathroom, I found these super cute matte black light fixtures. We're gonna use those in both bathrooms. We're using matte black for all the fixtures in this bathroom. So the mirrors, the light fixtures, and all the plumbing hardware. For the cabinets themselves, we're gonna match that acrylic from the kitchen, but we're gonna go with matte black accents to make sure that it's cohesive throughout. The tile we're using is this really pretty shimmery, kind of a white gray. It's almost got green undertones to it, which I think will look really nice. The hall bath, we're gonna run this in a traditional brick pattern. Let's head over to the primary suite. One thing I love about this room is the vaulted ceilings. I think they're really unique and fun. One thing I don't like about this room is that wallpaper, so that has got to go. We'll do fresh, clean paint floors throughout. All of our accent and trim pieces are gonna be a little bit darker in color. Usually we just go with a classic white. We're gonna mix it up a little bit, and I'm excited to see how it turns out. Moving over to the primary bathroom. Now again, we're gonna use the same materials from the hall bath, but in just a slightly different way. We've got the white cabinets, again, with our acrylic and matte black hardware. We've got our matte black fixtures throughout. We're using the same tile in this shower as well, but we're gonna run it vertical stack, which I think is gonna look cohesive but different from the hall bath. We're gonna run penny tile on the shower floor, and then we've got a fun terrazzo. So I'm super excited for the design on this one. It's just gonna be clean and fresh and updated, which is exactly what this house needs. So Suzanne and Anthony are in town from California today. They're gonna meet up with Joe. He's our co-founder of Homemade and also head of client experience.
Are we ready?
This is it. Finally gonna see.
Where's our guy?
They are gonna meet with Lincoln to walk the property for the first time.
There he is.
Look at this.
Amazing.
Finally seeing the house for the first time in person, we expected the worst because it was
the worst.
It was so bad.
Hey, welcome.
Thank you.
Welcome to Austin.
But coming in now, there's so many improvements already.
Welcome to your house. This is your first
Thank
time
you. Look at
seeing
this.
it. Here we are. Take it all in.
Long way already. Sometimes just taking things away makes things so much better.
Yes.
All the vegetation on the side.
Yes, the vegetation is gone, and we've actually replaced all of the siding and painted it. We really started working from the outside in on this one. We've got the new roof on it, the cedar accent, new garage door. So this thing's starting to really shine from the outside.
The outside, a lot of work has been done, which looks great. We come inside and it's still got the rough colors, the flooring, all the stuff that needs to be dealt with. But it was good to see it in this state. There's a lot of progress.
Lost its odd shape, right?
Yeah, we did have kind of this odd shape. You can still see the remnants of where they painted, but we're gonna frame that in and get a sort of nice distinction between dining and kitchen while still being open concept, right? We've cut this down and framed for this new peninsula, which I think really works.
All the demolition is done, the siding on the outside is done. You can see that the potential is being realized, so it's going in the right direction. We're really excited.
Yeah.
This was a particularly frightening room before.
Yeah, what were your thoughts when you first saw it?
Oh no.
We've opened it up. Originally, we had sort of a linen closet right here that's now going to be more integrated into the double vanity, and I think really kind of open it up and modernize the space.
Yeah.
It was really important for me to see this house at this stage, because when you finally walk in 3D and see how it lays out the scale, then it really made sense. Like, this was a good choice.
Yeah, so we've got the deck. Now, this is a combination of a new railing, some stairs. We've painted it to match the existing, cover it up. And I think it's a really nice space. And we've freshened up the fence, right?
I'm missing the pink.
Yeah, just want to say it's not so pink anymore.
All right, well, you guys be safe on your trip back, and we are going to keep you updated on all the happenings here.
Bye, house. We're looking forward to being back. Good luck, Lincoln and Lauren, fixing all of this.
Yes, looking forward to seeing it in its final state.
Suzanne and Anthony seemed really pleased with the progress on this project.
They're going home, but we're going back to work.
Okay, so this place looks a little different than the last time we were here. We do have drywall up, texture paint. We are doing white on the walls, and we're actually doing this nice gray on the trim. I like it. I think it's fresh and cool and a little bit different. Speaking of fresh and cool, let's check out this whole bath. So if you'll recall, in this bathroom, they actually had penny tile on the countertops, which I've never seen before. Comment below if you've seen it. I think it's much preferable on the floor, which is what we've done here. Don't want to reveal too much of the shower yet, saving that for the big reveal, but trust me, it's looking good. Okay, so when I first saw this tile, I immediately loved it. I thought of this house. It's got an organic, modern, kind of a romantic feel. It's got some nice blues and greens, which we're using throughout the house. I really loved it so much that we're actually gonna use it in the kitchen as well. When I'm designing a house, I love to use consistent materials throughout. It really makes the house feel cohesive. So we don't have a ton of backsplash in this kitchen. It's kind of small. I'm just gonna do it in a nice stack here, but I think it's gonna really pop against the white countertops and the white cabinetry. Let's go check out what's happening in the dining room. So we did reframe this kitchen and dining room. It was quite awkward before, and I think the way that we've reframed it really highlights the vaulted ceilings. Cabinets are coming tomorrow. Things are moving quickly here. Next time you see it, it's gonna be all done.
The turnaround time on this house has been amazing. I was expecting a much slower progression.
We're at 3.5 months. The house is finished. This must be partially magic. I have no idea how that did it. There's so much of a time investment typically required when you do something like this. We managed to do it all with 2-3-day visits. We were in the loop the entire time, and the team touched base with us every week. But it was all done from the comfort of our home, which was pretty amazing.
It's nice. It's nice. We finally got to meet the homemade team. That made it real, and everybody's nice there, so it was a good experience.
It was really nice to not only see the house, but also see the office of everybody who's working on it. As you know, it takes a village to do anything, but it was great to meet everybody. It was great to see the materials that are going to be used in our project, and it was really fun.
So super grateful that we got to work with Suzanne and Anthony on this project. If you would like to work with us on a flip project of your own, check out the link in our description.
Okay, enough plugging your new company, Lauren. We got to reveal this thing. Are you ready? In 3, 2, 1.
Okay, what a difference.
Man, she cleans up nice.
Talk about these garage doors.
Yeah, we really gave this thing a facelift out here. It's like the mouth of the house. It's like the teeth, you know? We got fresh veneers on here, pearly whites. Garage door is such a cost-effective way to get a return on your investment because it makes the whole facade shine.
Speaking of, check out these cedar accents throughout. Around the windows and on this column where our house numbers are, I think it turned out fab.
I think it looks great, and it really pops with our new roof, our new front doors. The whole thing shines. We had that ivy overgrowth over here, and it was just a mess. We did new siding throughout the whole house.
And it's not the weird shingles over the rock anymore.
Yeah.
I'm digging the color that we chose for this front door. It's a double door. It makes a statement. You gotta go bold. It is looking good out here, but it is hot out here. I'm ready to get inside.
Yes, let's see if that AC works.
Feels a lot better in here.
Ooh.
Looks a lot better in here.
The AC is definitely working, not just because it's cool in here, because it also doesn't smell like dog hair.
I was gonna say, this place has come a long way.
Yeah, let's talk about it. Wow, look at this.
It's great to be here now with the project done. It's everything we imagined. It's everything that was presented as a plan.
What a difference. It is a completely different house. What was most amazing to me was how it really does look like the 3D render that we saw originally. I mean, Homemade did a fantastic job.
It's a real house that I think anybody would love to be in.
Let's talk about this living space, because it's elegant in here.
We went with a nice white paint throughout, and we actually went gray on the trim, which is a reversal from what we usually do. I think it turned out fab. What I love about this house is it really is open concept. You've got your living, kitchen, breakfast, all in this great space, anchored by this really cool fireplace, flanked by 2 windows.
We got rid of those faux beams, put in all new can lighting throughout, so you've got really brightened space here.
And opened up the windows.
Now it's so much more inviting. You can have Christmas morning right here.
Totally. And then followed by Christmas breakfast.
Ooh.
In your nice little breakfast nook. We did this really fun light, which I'm in love with. It has this ceramic feel.
Sort of funky, maybe a nod to the 90s a little bit.
Yeah.
Okay, kitchen time. Let's talk about it.
We reconfigured this space above. Remember, it was that sort of a weird, funky angle.
Yeah, we actually closed up this wall partially because it sort of didn't know where to stop the dining room into the living room.
Creeping in.
And we added this nice long peninsula and opened it up, which was a huge upgrade to connect these spaces.
Yes.
Now we went with appliances that were not hand painted, which is a bit controversial, I know, but I think it works in this space. And ooh, this is a first for us, this white kitchen faucet.
I saw this when I was designing this house, and it spoke to me. We've never done a white faucet before. This one was, I thought, cool and affordable.
I don't know why people aren't going funkier with the kitchen faucet. I love it.
Yep, we also did these acrylic hardware with some kind of gold accents. I think the tones work really well in this space and the dining space, which you're about to see.
Well, let's get to it.
Huge improvement right off the bat was just taking out that custom bookcase that was blocking all natural light from this space.
These look great, but so much has changed in this dining room.
It really has.
It's really blossomed.
I took inspiration from the original chandelier.
I love the nod to it, yeah.
Minus the gorilla situation.
Right.
Also, huge addition to this space is this feature wall.
I think it's really nice. It's a small kitchen, so you've got extra storage in here. And this is a simple accent wall, but it's a little bit elevated than just, you know, an accent color with some paint. And it harkens to the exterior of the house as well.
And it goes with the light.
It all just works. Let's go peek our head in those back bedrooms and see what's going on there, yeah?
You know, we do as we do, which is keep it simple, right? So all new floors. We did go with wood floors throughout the house, which is a bit of an upgrade. Fresh paint, new light fixture, and unfortunately,
the chalk wall is gone, but you should still subscribe to the channel even though it doesn't say to on this wall. You should just do it because you love us and we're friends.
yeah.
These are nice sized bedrooms. I think they really work. And this bathroom is lovely.
Let's go check it out. So I couldn't help myself.
Yeah.
I felt like when we were designing this house, I wanted to do a nod to the fact that there used to be penny tile on the countertop in here. I'm still not over it. Like, what?
It was an odd choice for the countertop, but a great choice for the flooring.
I love a penny tile. It's fresh, it's clean, it's simple. I also love how the shower turned out. Really fresh and clean. You've got your dark black Schluter against sort of these grayish tiles.
I love this nice, huge double vanity. I think this really works for your spare bedrooms. We gotta peek our head in the backyard because that thing is huge.
Out here, what we really wanted to do was utilize all the space. This is a big yard.
Yeah, and this was a nice deck that you had right off of here. Unfortunately, it didn't have any railing around it, so we added that to make it a little bit less of a tripping and falling hazard. I think the exterior really shines with this new siding and the new windows. You can just imagine a crawfish boil out here in the spring.
Oh.
You could
What else? Keep going.
boiling alive in the summer. This is Texas. You got room for a slip and slide. We could go on, but there's not enough time. We gotta get back inside and we gotta see the grand finale on this thing, that primary suite. Wow.
One thing I loved about this space from the beginning was the vaulted ceiling. I think it feels very grand.
It almost felt like a circus tent, you know?
It did, because we are missing the circus wallpaper.
Yeah, but it still harkens back to it. I think this is a really nice space. Sometimes it's awkward having a primary suite right off of a living space, but I think it's tucked away enough, it really works here.
Totally. And best for last, I'm loving this primary bathroom.
First of all, so much more storage and cabinetry.
We added this built-in, which can serve as like a linen closet.
A lot of storage. You've got your his and hers closets, which, you know what, I really appreciate because this keeps it nice and separate and there's no confusion about whose is whose.
That way your Lululemon polos stay where they need to be.
Hey, this is the comfiest polo on the market, okay? I'm loving the terrazzo floors in here.
Yes, this is like my favorite part. I love the square. These were actually pretty affordable.
Yeah.
But they have a very high-end look. Speaking of which, this shower is massive.
It is massive, it's nice and opened up. I love the vertical stack pattern with this tile. And yeah, that high contrast black Schluter, it's just really classy in here and feels so much more open than what you had before with the tub and the small shower. It just works now. Suzanne and Anthony have already toured the house. They're loving it, which was number one.
Yes.
Making sure our partners are happy. They had to get back to California, but no worries. We're gonna help them with their exit plan, so let's talk numbers. All right, let's talk about the final numbers on the project. So Suzanne and Anthony purchased the house for $370,000. Renovations to the house were $155,000. Their financing and holding costs were $52,000 for an all-in investment of $577,000. Our plan is to list the house for $635,000. After $26,000 of closing costs and commissions, that would leave them a gross profit of $32,000.
Now we're waiting to see how the house does when it goes on the market, but I'm sure it's not going to be the last house we flip. We're going to miss everybody.
Until the next one.
Yeah.
So if you like this video, click here for more before and after transformations.